I'm the type of gamer that likes to play the game and watch the cutscenes, but not really read any files, or notes, or really look up any lore for that matter. So I had the brilliant idea to talk about the game's story from yours truly, from my point of view, because I pretty much have all the qualifications, am I right? I mean, I got the game, I beat it multiple times, and I have a YouTube channel. So here I am bringing you Resident Evil 2 Explained. Before we start, please go and watch my Leon Resident Evil 2 Poorly Explained. I tried to give Claire as much love as Leon, but it's kind of hard when about the first third of the game is the exact same as Leon's. So instead of just kind of rinsing and repeating the same jokes and stuff, I kind of just breezed through the beginning. So if you haven't seen the Leon one, please go and do that. Because we get the same 3 keys, the same 3 medallions, and everything's pretty much the same up until about the first mini boss fight. So like I said, please go and watch that first. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. We start the game the same as Leon's campaign, with this guy just completely obliterating this little girl. The main difference, however, is that instead of a Jeep, Claire pulls up to the gas station in this dope ass motorcycle.
I'm late.
Claire goes into the gas station and the same thing happens as in Leon's campaign. Although I am pretty disappointed that Claire's playthrough doesn't have pictures of a hot guy on the wall. Like, I'm not gay or anything. Well, okay, maybe a little bit. But hey, fair is fair. Leon gets girls, so Claire should get guys, am I right? And then what's odd to me is that Leon comes to the door and saves Claire, just like in Leon's campaign. I thought maybe they would have a little role reversal where Claire saves Leon, but I guess Leon's dick is so fat that he doesn't need saving ever. Anyways, it's pretty much the same as Leon's campaign. We get separated, agree to meet at the police department, save the upper half of this guy, run into Marvin, and he says something along the lines of, so you come here often? And we tell him that we won't be there for long, and that we're just looking for Chris, you know, Claire's brother. Marvin is all like, oh, Chris is actually on vacay. So, wait, Claire couldn't call Chris or anything? I know they have phones, Jill had one in Resident Evil 3. So when I was doing my voiceover for this video, I actually saw that Claire did actually try to call Chris on a payphone right before she went into the gas station. So Chris was just being a dickhead and just decided not to answer. So what I'm understanding here is that Claire is here for absolutely no reason now. Can you imagine showing up to a zombie-ridden city to save your sibling just to be told, oh, he's actually not here, he's on vacay somewhere else? Like, bruh, now I'm gonna die. Thanks for not answering your phone, you dickhead. So same old shit as Leon's campaign. I get this medallion, check on Raw Meat Officer, grab the first key, Marvin shows us that Leon is outside this time, and then he tells us where to meet him. And I gotta tell you, Marvin is way nicer to Claire than to Leon. I don't know if it's due to Claire's voluptuous square-shaped curves or what, but we grab the second medallion as well as a fucking grenade launcher. We get the same little cutscene where I almost want to ship Claire and Leon. The main differences with this interaction and Leon's side of it is that Claire's all like, oh, it's good to see your face. And I mean, look at this handsome motherfucker, I'd love to see that face too. Then Leon asks if she found her brother, and Claire says yes, but before she can finish the rest of her sentence, you know, that her brother's on vacation, the helicopter explodes, so we end up separating again. We get the final medallion and open up the passage, and Marvin doesn't even growl at Claire when she wakes him up. In fact, he doesn't even pull out his gun like he did with Leon. Like, this motherfucker is straight or something and is just trying to get one last nut before he turns into a zombie, which is crazy to me because Leon is obviously the most beautiful looking motherfucker in Resident Evil, so I don't know what Marvin is thinking. We go into the passageway and run into this little girl. We ask her if she needs help, and she goes, no bitch, you need help. We turn around and fucking William is behind us, but Claire doesn't get choke slammed through steel like Leon. Instead, William politely kind of just pulls the floor out from under her and she falls. We put an end to William, and this is where the story starts to differ from Leon's. We meet back up with the little girl. We agree to help her find her mother, since, you know, we have nothing better to do since Claire's brother isn't even in the same fucking city, and we need some type of plot to progress Claire's story here. The girl gives us a fucking autobiography and tells us that her mom works for Umbrella, and that she doesn't get to see her mom much since she's always at work, and that her dad actually works with her mom, but that he's gone and blah blah blah. We all have childhood trauma, am I right?
You know, Jack, maybe we need to dig a little deeper. Tell me about your childhood.
You know, I never had much as a kid. Just loving parents, and stability in a mansion, and a thriving baked goods enterprise for me to inherit.
We get to the parking garage, and instead of a dog attacking us, this pre-diabetic pedophile looking man tells Sherry to tie Claire up. Sherry doesn't really want to, but he says to do it or else Claire's gonna die. And I mean, I wouldn't really call his bluff on this one, since it probably really doesn't matter to him whether Claire lives or dies. Claire asks what this is all about, and this old man is all like,
child endangerment for starters.
and I'm like, bro, I just met her like 5 minutes ago. There is no way that my parenting is that bad to where a child is in child endangerment in the first 5 minutes of meeting her. It's not like I fucking forgot her in the car or something, you know?
Cody, I know things have been tough for you since your mom died. God, I've been so selfish, always putting my career first. From now on, I'm gonna be thinking about you 24/7. Damn! Wait, Cindy!
Plus, this motherfucker is the one waving the gun around a child. Like, what the fuck? The only one causing child endangerment here is you, pedophile looking guy. Probably drives a white van in his spare time. Claire uses her brother Chris as a threat, and he's all like, who? And then Superman kicks her in the ribs. Sherry drops something while he's kidnapping her, and they end up leaving. We continue on, and remember where Leon killed the dogs in the kennels? Well, instead of dogs there, Claire gets fucking lickers. But thankfully, the grenade launcher can make short work out of them. So we put them on fire, and they start to scream like how I imagine spiders scream when put on fire. And just to be clear, I've never actually burnt a spider because that would take too much focus and precision, so I just kind of burned down the house. But I have a friend who has, and he said that they scream. And then I've heard other people say that they do scream, so I don't really know, man. Put that in the comments. I have no idea. We get the diamond key and go up an elevator that was inaccessible in Leon's campaign. It takes us to an office, and we see that the parking garage pass is locked behind a door and that we need to get our electrician hats on in order to open it. We grab the heart key, put the water on the helicopter, and in comes Buff Daddy Detective. And once again, he didn't get the fucking memo that I'm a master at zombies. So we avoid him, mess with some gears again to get this electrical part for this damn door again. I once again solve this puzzle by sheer dumb fucking luck, and once we get into the room, the phone rings and the white van guy tells us where he is. And before you say, Cheddar, that's kind of a stupid thing to do, why would he do that? Kind of like what I thought. The guy says that Sherry dropped something and that he could have let her go if she didn't drop it, which I actually missed the first time, so I had to go back and re-watch, and she actually did drop something. I have no idea what though, but I had to go back and edit my script, since I guess that was kind of an important aspect of the story that I actually missed the first time rewatching this. But he wants Claire to bring it to him. Now we're playing as Sherry, and we grab this hideous looking humanoid Humpty Dumpty doll to open up the back of it for this block. I solve the puzzle and it rewards me with some scissors. Now you might be asking, gee Cheddar, what are you gonna do with scissors? Stab Humpty Dumpty's eyes out? Well, for some fucking reason, this dipshit of a guy tried his own DIY project and has a big ass hole on the wall, and instead of calling Home Depot, this fucking idiot decides to put a piece of cardboard with some duct tape over it and thought, hey, this is fine. Which in all honesty, Sherry could have just pulled down. I don't even think she needed scissors in the first place. I mean, just look at it. We escape the room and I do a little teabag action to show him that he ain't shit. And then we get to a room where he has a lady just laying on a table. We go for the keys, but our damn child arms are too short to reach. He comes out, grabs the key, and tries to punish us, so we throw some acid on his face.
That is the only logical explanation.
And then we run back upstairs. Dude seems to not be in that much of a hurry, and he slowly just kind of walks around the area, so we give him the old loop-de-loop and avoid him. Eventually, his melting face is starting to hurt, so he runs to the bathroom to try to do his daily face wash routine, which he conveniently just leaves the keys in the lock. So we grab the keys and run faster than me when a girl tries to talk to me. Sherry is actually pretty fucking smart, and she locks the door behind us, but Bob the fucking builder pulls an axe out of his ass and starts to break the door down. We get to the room with the random ass lady on the table, and Sherry, God bless her heart, tries to hide behind the table, but he already sees her and grabs her. Then out of fucking nowhere, William shows up and kills Fix-It Felix Sr. We cut back to 30 minutes prior where Claire is talking to the guy who's now dead, and apparently he wants a pendant. He tells her that they are at the orphanage, and Claire's all like, bro, I'm not even from here, where is that at? And fucking Dora the Explorer really helps by saying,
in the neighborhood.
Like, okay, Applebee's, thanks for clearing that up. Claire is threatening him and he hangs up on us mid-threat, like who does that?
Do you want to play a game?
Oh, no, thanks.
We run into the parking garage and guess who shows up just to be humiliated again. Even have enough time to serpentine through these poles. We escape and go through a whirlwind of emotions when this dog jumps on us. We get to these big ass doors that clearly says Raccoon Orphanage, and Claire's all like,
That's gotta be the orphanage.
No shit.
we get inside the orphanage and Two-Face jumps at us. Turns out he's actually still alive. And then he gives birth to an alien. And then I think he dies? I can never tell when something's actually dead in these games. But we end up finding a ladder and we go down it to finally find Sherry. However, steroid using Detective Pikachu comes through and interrupts our little reunion. I try to leave Sherry behind as a sacrifice and Sherry's all like,
Claire! It's behind you!
Don't stop!
excuse you, bitch, it's behind you. Every girl for herself out here. We get into an elevator and this thing is about to break through, but then this monster gets stabbed by another monster and Sherry calls the stabby monster Daddy. Which, I mean, shit, if that makes him not kill us, then I'll call him Daddy too. Then he just kind of spouts another head and jumps on the elevator, and Sherry is all like,
Daddy, no!
and William is all like,
Daddy, yes!
the elevator crashes and then we pass out. We wake up to good old spitballing Annette Birkin being in all the damage that William caused. Claire's trying to figure out where Sherry went, but Annette don't give a fuck about some random ass kid. She wants to examine William. Then, plot twist, Annette says that Sherry is her daughter. Mother of the fucking year, I swear. We end up in the sewer and remember where Ada was sleeping? Well, this time Sherry is down there and Annette is talking to her through a comm system and she's scolding her like, why didn't you stay at home? And Sherry's all like, I don't know, maybe because there were zombies everywhere? And Annette's all like, why didn't you call the police? And in my mind, I'm all like, you mean like Leon who knows absolutely fucking nothing about what's going on? Annette tells Sherry that she doesn't have time for this and then Sherry takes a nap. See, mother of the fucking year. The rest of the sewers plays out just like Leon's. The only real difference is that we get a juiced up tase gun. We do this stupid chess puzzle, which I still don't know why they incorporated chess pieces into a lock system in the sewers, but whatever. We fight William again, and then we finally get to Sherry. Sherry is looking kind of dead and holy shit, she's infected. Her mom does what I, or what any other good parent would do, and just kind of gives up on her. Claire's all like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're her mother. And Annette's all like, correction, was her mother. She's for the streets now. I need to go stop my raging husband with some spitballs. Claire's all like, yeah, I'm done with this conversation. And Annette's all like, I guess I could treat her, but she better not say I don't do anything for her. Then within 5 seconds, changes her mind and is like, actually, sorry, there's not enough time, I gotta go. And then tells Sherry that she loves her and then says goodbye. Claire, on the other hand, has some fucking compassion and tells Sherry that she'll help her out. We get on the same tram that Leon and Ada had their little makeout session on, and Sherry actually has the ID wristband. So Claire lays Sherry down and she's looking like she got that pink eye.
Daddy, guess what? I have pink eye.
Oh, my pink eye.
Claire asks if Sherry is okay and Sherry's all like, no you dumb fuck, look at me, my insides are on fire. Just kidding, she says that Claire's jacket is warm. Claire says that Chris gave it to her and that it's supposed to be lucky. Sherry says that she doesn't know what she would do without Claire, and Claire's all like, I don't know, probably be halfway eaten by now. Just kidding, this is what she actually says.
Are you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble.
Because Claire knows what to say to children, unlike me. Sherry tells Claire to keep the pendant, you know, the one that the fat guy was trying to get, and tells Claire that her mom gave it to her for her birthday. Then we get a little sob story moment where Sherry just wanted her mom to be home more, and before Claire could try to clear Annette's name, Sherry starts yelling in agony and we arrive at the lab. We put Sherry down on the bed, and I don't read files, but it's a good thing that Claire does, because for some odd reason this computer is just sitting here with the antiviral vaccine file just up and open for everyone to read. Like the computer doesn't like time out and lock screen or anything. So Claire's all like, OMGZ for CZ, this has to be it. So we tell Sherry to stay put, as if this fucking child's going anywhere, just look at her. We snatch her ID wristband and leave. Then, just like Leon's campaign, we grab an upgrade for the wristband, head west, get our chemistry on, freeze the solution, kill the plants, grab the next ID upgrade, but this time the buff detective isn't there to chase us since William put a hole through his chest, so we just kind of go on our merry way. And it turns out that the pendant is actually the key to the antivirus. Maybe that kidnapper wanted it to revive that lady he had lying on the table, but who knows? I sure as shit don't. We grab the vaccine and William comes out and Annette hits him with the spitballs again. And Claire's all like,
What the hell is this thing?
and Annette is all like,
My husband.
And then we get a flashback just like Leon's, but this time William is actually standing up. It looks like he already injected himself with the virus and Annette is kind of just watching him walk away. We cut back to real time and she goes,
I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I just couldn't do it.
like, bitch, really? Look at this guy. He already has multiple bullet holes in him, and I've seen your accuracy. There is no way you could pull off a headshot even if you're 6 feet from him.
You couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat.
Annette says that they were more married to their work than to each other, and Claire's all like, bitch, what about Sherry? Why did you leave her when Raccoon City went to shit? And Annette's all like, I didn't want her growing up in a world with the G virus. Like, bruh, take a peek outside. Zombies are already walking the streets, you're kind of too late to stop it. But before Claire can grill her some more, William gets up and tosses Annette into the wall. Claire runs to Annette to make sure that she's okay, and Annette is reloading her spitball like,
Don't take me out, coach. I can still race.
but Claire elects to go down into the arena with William, and Annette is all like,
Don't stop until it's finished.
like, I'm sorry, but what a stupid fucking thing to say. Like, no, Claire's just gonna go down there and slap his ass a couple times and leave without killing him.
Fucking slap ass?
See, yes.
Guys, who cares how much I slap ass? So what? I slap ass.
We put an end to William and get to Sherry to see Annette has given her the antivirus already. Sherry says that she's feeling better, but now her mom needs help, and I'm thinking, hey, do you remember this?
Sherry's been implanted. She can't be saved. There's not enough time. Sherry, Mommy loves you, sweetie. Goodbye.
Karma, bitch. Turns out the antivirus worked, and Annette tries to give a heartfelt little apology, but I'm like, nah, girl, you missed your chance to be a good mom when you left your daughter to die multiple times. Sherry's crying, Claire's crying, Annette is dead, and I'm like, bruh, self-destruct is on, let's fucking move. We ain't got time to be sorry. We ain't got no time to be sad. Sherry thanks Claire for helping her and off we go. We eventually make it to a train, we have Sherry sit in the train, and then we go turn something on. I don't really know what we turn on. I think the platform that we're on goes up and down. I'm not really too sure. But anyways, we see Leon on the monitor and my heart just feels so full. The connection cuts out and I find a fucking minigun, and then I don't know how, but William fucking survived. At least I think that's little old Billy here. It seems that he's hit the weight room and grew some more ice since we last saw him. We find his new look disgusting, so we light him the fuck up. Seriously, it wasn't very much of a boss fight. We get to the train tracks and Claire somehow knows how to work a fucking train. Claire asks what the first thing is that Sherry wants to do when we get out of here, and Sherry says that she wants to see Claire's place. Claire says good because she needs a shower. They laugh. Then the showstopper himself, Leon, shows up and steals the fucking game, which it actually happens to be the end of it. If you decide to do Leon's side campaign, it's gonna be the exact same ending where Sherry wants them to adopt him and that guy flips us off. As always, I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. It took me a little bit longer because I've been dealing with the sickness right now, so my voice isn't all there. So sorry for the delayed release. I eventually got through it. Hopefully you didn't notice my sickness. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the views, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.